What's up, guys? Quick and fun video here for you. We are talking about the top running back prospect in years coming into this 2025 NFL draft and his fantasy impact. We're talking about, yes, you know, Ashton Jeanty. Should you draft him? Where should you draft him? Should you even consider him for fantasy football 2025? Because he is a rookie, and we always have question marks about rookies coming in. The full video, I'm going to break him down for you in less than 5 minutes. Keep this bite-sized so you guys can get that information and learn to apply it as we get towards the fantasy football season so you guys have the insight and know-how, okay? If you're new to the channel, smash it, tap it, slap it, hit the thumbs up, turn on the bell. I break news here. I talk fantasy football, and I give you winning fantasy football advice. Turn on the bell, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Are you drafting Ashton Jeanty? What were your thoughts going into this video and after I discuss it here real quickly here for you, okay? Now, one thing I've been good at for many years is I am the running back whisperer. I explained this in 16 rounds. Last year, I was the one who told you, stay away from Christian McCaffrey. Everyone told you to draft Christian McCaffrey, right? I was the guy that spots out these things every single year. I'm able to tell you which guys are regressing, which guys are coming up. I know everything about fantasy because I study this. I don't get 100% right, but I do know I am light years ahead of everybody else. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to actually help you, okay? So 60-round draft solution actually helps you because it gives you all the optimal players to draft in each round, avoiding the guys that are going to crap the bed. So if you haven't gotten 60 rounds, you can get it below. Use code EARLY to get in for 25% discount. Get in right now, okay? So I do want to talk a little bit about Ashton Jeanty here and my know-how of running backs. And listen, I've watched a tape. Amazing vision, the ability to cut, good breakaway speed. He's got all the attributes to make this guy an amazing running back. Around 5'8", 210 pounds out of Boise State. Last year's stats, 2,600 plus yards on the ground, 29 touchdowns on the ground. He can catch the ball. He runs good routes. He can run it inside. He can run it outside. His cutting ability looks good. So he's your prototypical 3-down workhorse running back. So the big question is, do you draft him? We'll get to that in a second. Where he's going to land. A couple people that are looking at him, right? The Cowboys, they're picking 12th. Although I hear there's talk that at the time of this recording, I don't know if it's going to happen, that they're looking to acquire Christian McCaffrey in a trade. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's one of the things I'm hearing. Also, I'm hearing that the Raiders might be interested. They got an earlier draft pick. Also, the Patriots. So there's a couple places he could land. Out of those 3 spots of potential landing spots, and again, he's going to be a top 12 pick. He's that good, right? He's that good. I just posted a video on my Insta. Go check it out a couple days ago. I mean, the guy's a specimen. His muscles are rippling out. Like, he looks like, I don't know, he looks like he was built out of a lab. He looks like the most perfectly trained running back athlete I've seen in years. And again, sometimes looks can be deceiving. We've had other running backs come in that looked really good. Guys, like some people are comparing him to Trent Richardson. I think he looks a lot better than Trent Richardson, but Trent Richardson years ago came out as a top prospect. I think he was drafted, by the Browns, and he ended up on the Colts, and there was a major decline. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is he looks amazing. He fits. I'm looking at the stats. Stats are amazing in college. Everything. He's a 4.4 type speed guy, explosive, and he's got the workhorse capability. Again, the biggest question is, where does he land? And if he lands on the Raiders out of those 3 spots, I think that's the best spot for him. The Cowboys would be great too. They got a bit of a committee. They brought a bunch of bottom feeders in there. I think they've got Javonte Williams and all that. I still think he should be the main guy if he's there. Workhorse, 300 plus attempts. So whoever drafts him, I hope they use him as a workhorse. Even like a guy like Amari Hampton, he's got to be used as a workhorse as well, wherever he lands. There's talk about him possibly ending up on the Chargers, Hampton. And Najee just ended up there. Najee's kind of looked lackluster over the years, sucked, running into piles. I keep describing him as a guy that runs into piles. No vision. But I do like Najee's situation better. But I don't want to go off on a tangent being on the Chargers in an offense that could develop running backs really well. He could be a product of that offense. But what I want to say here real quickly here to Jeanty, no matter where he lands, right, he's got to be the workhorse. He's going to perform based on what we've seen, based on the talent, the pedigree. Everything about him is pointing to like a Saquon type caliber player, maybe even better, right? Or a Bijan type player, even better. So I don't care where he lands. Will I draft him? Absolutely. Again, I got to see. Maybe, unless I'm completely turned off, he ends up behind somehow, lands on the Ravens, because I know the Ravens met with him, but they're picking like 27th, unless they move up to grab him. He ends up behind Henry. Now we've got a bit of a conflict for that 1 year till he takes that starting role, and it's going to hinder him because Henry's going to still get his workload unless he gets hurt, right? So unless he ends up on like the Ravens or something like that, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't draft him, right? And, if he ends up on the Eagles, he wouldn't end up on the Eagles because the Eagles believe in their guy. So he's going to end up on a team that has got a need for a running back where they're going to utilize him as a 3-down workhorse running back. So to answer your question, 100% I'm drafting him. Where is he coming off? I would say round 1, easily round 1, because these running backs, I've been preaching this for years, are more and more sought out because they're a scarce position. And if you ask people like, yeah, I want robust RB, I won my league, it's because wide receivers are a dime a dozen. You were able to get Brian Thomas Jr. in the 9th round last year. Ladd McConkey, 7th to 9th round as well. People were wasting their draft pick on Christian Kirk. And that's where 16 rounds comes in. So make sure you guys do secure 16 rounds. I've linked it below. Use code EARLY. Experience 16 rounds. You'll never look back. You will crush your leagues, okay? So we're talking fantasy football running backs 2024. We're talking Jeanty. He's going to be a first round. I think he lands on a good team that's going to utilize him. That's the most important thing, and I will be looking to draft him regardless of what team he ends up on. Now, will I draft him over a Saquon Barkley? It depends on where I'm picking. Saquon's still going to be consistent, but he's going to have a regression. Again, all this is laid out in 16 rounds, but if I get him, if I'm picking 6th and beyond, I think it's a no-brainer for me. Jeanty, load him up, build up that scarce running back core on your fantasy team, and you'll be light years ahead of the competition. Everything is looking good for him. I'm not getting like Clyde Edwards-Helaire vibes. Everyone was drafting him in the first round years ago. I'm like, be careful with Helaire, right? I was like, don't do it. And he ended up on the Chiefs, and he ended up busting. I don't get that vibe. Some people are saying they're getting that vibe. I'm not getting that vibe with Jeanty. I think Jeanty's the real deal. I think Jeanty ends up in a good place. I think Jeanty gets good volume, and I think he's going to be as advertised, okay? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you drafting him? Are you drafting him in the first round? Do you trust rookie running backs? Does he look like a running back that you trust? Drop it in the comments. I appreciate you guys being here. Short video. I went over the 5 minutes, but there's a lot to cover. Appreciate it, guys. Subscribe, thumbs up, and I will see you guys in more videos here. Turn on the bell. Fantasy football is right around the corner. Go grab 16 rounds. I'm out.